Hi, I'm Jim with Stickley on Security, and today we're going to be talking about phishing scams. So a lot of people have heard the term phishing scam, but many people don't really know what it is. The best way to describe a phishing scam is when you receive an email, and that email looks like it comes from a trusted organization, and then in that email there's a link, and that's basically a web address. And you click on that link, and it takes you to a malicious website, and that malicious website main goal is to record your confidential information. And that's really what the whole point of a phishing scam is to steal your confidential information. The thing that you need to know about phishing scams is they're relatively easy to avoid. When you receive an email from a trusted organization, and let's say it's something like your financial institution, or maybe it's PayPal or Amazon, or maybe even like Facebook, and you receive this email and it'll generally have a storyline that says something to the effect of, hey, recently your account was locked out and you need to click on this link so you can go unlock that account, and the way you're going to do that, of course, is to enter in some confidential information. Other times I'll have a story saying your account's about to be locked out, and if you don't go and update your information right away, then you won't have access to it ever again. Silly stories like this that are basically designed to freak you out and make you click on that link and make you enter in that confidential information. What you need to remember is do not click that link. Just stop and wait a minute. While a phishing attack might be easy to avoid, sometimes they're difficult to detect. There are a few things that you can watch for, though, that are pretty tell signs. The first one and the most obvious one is grammatical errors. A lot of times these hackers that are writing these particular attacks are coming from other countries, so they don't really have the grasp of the English language. So what you're looking for is a lot of typos, a lot of things where there's just basically bad spelling. Really look at it as though you're looking and going, okay, does this look like something a 7 or 8-year-old wrote? If so, that's a really good indication that it's probably a phishing scam. Another thing to watch for is your name. If your name is not in the email, that is a pretty big tell. The letters should generally start out with Dear and then your name. So Dear Jim or Dear Jim Stickley. That would be a very good indication to me that at least they know who I am and they're communicating with me directly, and it's not just some, generic letter that's going out to everybody. If the email starts out with Dear Customer, or a lot of times Dear Valued Customer, these are tells that they don't have any idea who you are, so they're just sending a generic letter out to everybody. Another really good thing for you to be watching for. Now sometimes they'll try to get a little creative and they'll say Dear and then your email address. So, if your email was jim@email.com, they would write Dear Jim@email.com. And their idea is, hey, maybe if we put the email address in there, you'll recognize that and you'll think that we know you. Now, of course, the reality is they got your email address from a mailing list. And a lot of times people go, oh, well, I'm not on any mailing list. Trust me, your email address is on thousands of mailing lists, no matter how hard you've tried to protect it. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. So if you see that Dear and then your email address, that is a major red flag, and you should be very suspicious of that kind of email. Now, all that said, even if they have your name in the email, that does not make it a legitimate email. You still have to be suspicious. And therein lies the problem. Sometimes phishing scams look very real. You can receive an email and it'll have your name, maybe even first and last name. It'll also have the organization that you're actually doing business with. It might have their logo in the top. It'll be written perfectly. It'll have all of its I's dotted, T's crossed. Everything will read just like it should read. And so therein lies the bigger problem. What do you do when you receive an email that looks completely legitimate and for all intents and purposes really did come from the organization you believe it came from? And the unfortunate answer is sometimes you're not going to be able to tell the difference between a real email and a phishing scam. And that's why you really just need to have an alternate plan. You need to be able to deal with every email you receive in the same way, no matter how legitimate it looks, and make sure that you will never become the victim of identity theft through one of these phishing scams. So the first thing that you should know is that a trusted organization is never going to send you an unsolicited email asking you to click on a link where you're to go to a website and enter in confidential information. It's just not going to happen. Organizations know better than that by now. If you receive an email and it comes from an organization that you trust, and they do have that scenario where they want you to click a link and go enter in confidential information, stop. Don't click the link. Instead, contact the organization, give them a call, and say, hey, I received an email. Can I trust this email? Now, a lot of people ask, how do I get their phone number? I mean, for example, you just don't want to go hunting on the internet because who knows what site's going to give you that phone number. It might be not legitimate. On the other hand, you don't want to trust the phone number that was listed in the email that was sent to you because who knows who sent that to you. So the best thing you can do, let's say for example it's a financial institution, is open up your wallet or your purse, pull out your debit card, look at the back of your debit card. There's going to be a phone number on that card. Use that phone number. Call them up, explain the scenario. Say, hey, I got this email. Here's what it says. Can I trust it? And they're either going to say, yeah, it's something from us. You're fine to use that. Or they're going to say, oh my gosh, we didn't send that. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Do not trust that site. Either way, you're going to be protected. Now, in situations when you're dealing with an online retailer, you need to go to their website and find out what the contact information is. And the best thing you can do is just, go to their site, www.whoever they happen to be. So let's say it was PayPal. You type in www.paypal.com. On their website, you're going to find a Contact Us button. Click on that Contact Us button. It's going to pull up information on how you can reach out to them. Sometimes it'll have a form you can fill out. Sometimes it'll actually have a list of phone numbers that you can call for different things. Whatever the scenario is, use their information to contact them. Again, explain to them the email you receive, explain to them what's going on and your concerns, and they're going to be able to help you immediately and take care of that problem. And again, protect you from becoming an identity theft victim. So to recap, if you receive an email that comes from a trusted organization and it wants you to click a link to go to their website, stop. Do a little bit of research first. Does the email look suspicious? Does it have grammatical errors, typos, misspelled words? Again, look like something that one of your children wrote. This is a point where you want to stop and not trust that email. If the email doesn't have your name in it, your first and or last name, again, you want to stop. Don't trust that email. These are signs that there could be a potential problem. If everything looks legitimate, if the email looks completely like it should, however, that particular email wants you to click that link and go to a site where you're going to have to enter in confidential information, again, stop. Don't do it. Pick up the phone, contact that organization. Make sure you use the phone number that's either on your debit card or from their legitimate website. Reach out to them, explain to them what's going on, and let them tell you whether or not that's a legitimate email and whether you can trust it or not. As always, spend a little time, do a little research, and protect yourself so you don't become the next victim of identity theft. I'm Jim for Stickly on Security. Have a great day.